Peace to the YouTube fam. Peace to the Camglomerati. It's your boy Ray Imperial back with another edition of your Imperial Diaries. This is actually a quick update to the recent Fire Pit Chat Live that we did last Sunday. So in response to that Fire Pit Chat Live, we were we were breaking down the difference between Camelot Kennels and Camelot Pits, right? Two different organizations run by two different individuals, Art Sedaris and Kenneth Sonia, respectively. So now, in response to that video or to that live, I made certain statements regarding the blood that I run, right? And I said my dogs do not carry the Eddington Whopper stuff that Kenneth Sonia bred into his program through the Chevy dog and the bus stuff and all of that. Well, shout out to Methanol 929 who pointed out that was in fact misinformation because Raina's paternal grandmother, War Dancer, her pedigree shows that the on the bottom there is in fact the Eddington Whopper stuff, right? So if I'm not mistaken, you don't see the dog until Raina's 8th generation. So in order to actually see how that dog was bred, he's a Bandog named Red Rock, bred by DLS. And he was bred to a pure Camelot bitch. So that whole scenario was basically my bad, right? Because I definitely missed that the dog is sitting right there in her 8th generation. I don't think I went past her 8th generation. So in order to see it, you got to kind of look at Red Rock's like parents or grandparents, if I'm not mistaken. So it's about 8, 9, 10. It's 8 generations back is where it definitely got introduced. So as far as I'm concerned, I love her to death. That's my baby. I mean, structure wise, performance wise, attitude wise, I mean, good dog. Damn good dog. I cannot continue to call it an American Pit Bull Terrier, obviously, right? So that brings up questions of registration and the like. I'm not really a fan of labeling a dog something that it's not. If its genetics don't line up with, what we screaming, then so at the end of the day, Raina is a band dog that may be registered as a working pit bull dog, right? Now, in terms of that's professional ethics and standards. In terms of my personal approach to this matter, I think I personally am going to continue to hunt with the dog. I'm going to continue to raise this dog and work with this dog. I mean, when I look at her, I see a nice specimen. I know how she's bred in terms of who her parents are, grandparents, so forth and so on. So I don't really have a problem working this dog. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with this dog hunting at all. I think she'll do just fine in the field. I wouldn't now Raina is the only female or is the only dog I have that does have that going back introduced back in the 8th generation there. So now since then I haven't seen it reintroduced, right? So All the rest has been what you would expect. Um, there's Razor's Edge Gray Line there as well. Thinking her grandfather. But as far as what I intend to do with her personally, breeding wise and all of that, I can't see creating more Bandoggs. Like that's not what I wanted, especially not off that Eddington stuff. And I did a little light research on some of his dogs and you know some of the blood that they go back to, but they would definitely he was definitely creating Bandoggs. Why they were being registered as American Pitbull Terriers, that's a question that it's not for me to try to answer right now, because it's almost disrespectful if you ask me. I mean, if you're a registry, you're a registry. But anyway, so Raina is officially a Bandogg. She's officially a Bandogg. Yeah, it still don't even sound right rolling off my tongue. And don't get me wrong, like I've always known some very good Bandoggs. I mean, some very very good Bandoggs, and I don't think she's any exception. Uh, I don't think that you know. So what I do? Suddenly turn her into a weight pull dog, right? Like, nah, man, that's not what I do, right? It's not what I do. So whether or not she'll be bred and how she'll be bred, those are all questions, man, that you know you still have to answer. You got to take a hard look at that going down the line. You know, um, again, if there's an audience for that, but honestly, as much as I would love Raina to, you know, be my broad bitch, she simply can't be. She simply can't be. Um, she's an excellent bitch, and maybe she's an excellent broad bitch for somebody else's program. You know, so I might be looking at putting her up, yo. Might be looking at putting her up. Uh, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. You know what I mean? I would really much rather trade for an adult female, preferably OFRN. That's really, really what I'm after right now. Um, so if somebody got an adult OFRN, want to trade, want to swap out, hit me up. I'd be willing to consider it. I'd be willing to consider it. I got to see the pedigree. I would love to see the parents as well. Don't hurt to see the motherfucking parents if they still around. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Like I'm not really enthused about it all, but this is life, right? Anyway, that's my time. Imperial Flame Kennels, Ray Imperial. Y'all keep the heat.